that Right here.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
We're now ready to start our post-game press conference. We're now joined by head coach Ari Weidman, who will open up for questions.
Well, Ari, first of all, just your thoughts on the outcome.
My thoughts on the outcome, I thought, credit to Seattle, they executed in the fourth quarter, and we didn't, and possibly we're learning how to do that. I'm proud of the fact that we battled for 3 quarters, but you have to compete for 40 at this level, and so we have to learn how to do that and execute late game, and so if you don't, you end up with that result. And so I thought that was a winnable game, and so we have to go back to the drawing board and fix a couple things. But tough loss.
When you're in the moment, is it encouraging or frustrating?
Both. Can you beat both? Frustrated, encouraged. I think I'm both. I'm in between. I feel like emotions, you can be in between all the time, and I'm in between for sure.
When your team, and let's use the fourth quarter as the example because you only scored 2 points.
Yeah.
They sometimes just look like they're struggling to, run a set or anything of that nature. What do you see out there? What's going on? I mean, a good first half, and then game on the line, and that happens.
Yeah. I just talked about, I asked them too for their feedback, but it's one of the things that we talk about is execution. And we rep execution 5-on-0, 5-on-5 every single day versus man zone, and we didn't execute. And maybe there were some nerves there, but we were calling actions we always run, and we weren't getting into them smoothly and how we should. And so that was frustrating because you need to execute, and then we didn't hit shots. Like, we were 1 for 12 in the fourth, and so that's frustrating, and there are kids who can make them. But yeah, we didn't execute, and then if you don't hit shots, that was affecting our defense and rebounding and urgency, which are things we value, and we didn't honor those things. And so what I saw, if I'm truthful, is learning how to win. A team that has to learn how to win, that being us, and struggling with that. I'm proud of battling for 3, but yeah, learning how to win, how to execute late game, how to handle a little bit of adversity. I read body language all the time, and I think winners and champions, if times are tough, that's when they show up and have some grit and are ready to roll. And I thought in some of those moments where they went on runs and it was late, that we shied away from it, or you could sense people were close to giving up, and that's when you have to push, right? And so we're growing in that area.
So I'll couch this question by saying this. I know you have some players who can get the job done, but at times it looks like nobody wants the ball. I mean, that's as you watch that on the sideline, again, the shot clock winding down and lower quality shot because you have to. It just seems like at times there's nobody that says, give me the damn ball.
I'd agree. I was proud of Ari for being efficient tonight and 8 for 12 and could play through her a little bit. But yeah, it's hard because, a lot of times somebody wants to be the guy or the girl and be a closer. And if I'm honest, I don't know if anybody loves that feeling on this team. And so we're trying to, grow them to be those type of players. But I felt that, I sensed that they shied away from the moment. And it was a chance to win a game. And I told them all week, this was like a catalyst, this win, to get us going. I'm not saying we can't keep progressing, but I thought this could have shifted their confidence a little bit and help them, because I think they need to see some sort of success, which they saw some, but it's nice when it comes in the form of a win. But yeah, it's you got to have some people who are like dogs. They have it, and want it. And I'm trying to find that, if I'm honest.
And what would you say their response was to you when you spoke to them tonight, as far as just what did you sense in their response when you gave them your speech?
Yeah, I feel like they're in alignment with it, and I think our culture is good. Like, the players, they still, like, I wouldn't think we're 0-12 if you walked into a practice. Like, they're together, they they have energy and things like that. But I told them, like, you have to execute. And I'm like, have we been working on that? And then as a coach, I know I have to say the same thing over and over, but I've talked about urgency since May 2nd when I got here and I met them. So if we're talking about we're not finishing plays and being urgent, and it's almost month 8, I have an issue with that a little bit. But like energy, effort, enthusiasm, execution, you've got to be able to do those things. And so, they're like, yeah, and we got to do, and I told them we got to bounce back. We have 2 teams that are in the upper echelon of the conference on this road trip. And so you have to be ready. I'm not saying I can't guarantee, obviously, win, but we got to compete. It shouldn't be a blowout, 20 and 30. Like, you've got to compete. And then with everybody in the middle of the pack, you're trying to split those games.
And finally, and we sort of covered it a little bit, but it's been a season-long thing, and that is the offense has struggled to score a lot of points.
Yeah.
Have you put your finger on that? And maybe we already touched on it, but is there anything else that comes to mind?
What I mentioned to them, at first I didn't mention any stats when I first came in there. I said this is about guts and heart and courage, because I do believe in a lot of the things we do, but you gotta have guts to win at this level, and heart and grit. And we're trying to find that. And you need those things, those intangibles to win games, And I'm like, I don't know if you guys think I'm crazy, but I have it. And I'm going to fight for it. And so we all need to do that to get over the hump,
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.